Alright, welcome back to art class with Mr. Lewis, everybody. We're going to be learning about how to join two pieces of clay together today. For our pinch pot project, we're going to take these two pinch pots and learn how to join them together. You'll be able to use your imagination to create a creature of your choosing. There are 4 steps to join two pieces of clay together. We actually call these the 4 S's of clay. The 4 S's are score, slip, stick, and smooth. If I were to describe these, scoring basically means you're scratching the clay. Slip is the glue that holds two pieces of clay together. And then obviously when you stick them together, you're going to want to smooth them with your fingers to make everything look nice. Okay, let's start with the first S of clay, scoring. When we score, we have to use a special tool. This first tool is called a scoring tool, believe it or not. Yeah, it's just like a little tiny wooden pencil with a sharp point on one end. Don't worry, the sharp point won't hurt you if you accidentally poke yourself. And when we score the clay, we're actually going to draw little lines. Now, if you're trying to create a pinch pot monster or animal or creature of some sort, you're going to want to join the two pinch pots together flat side to flat side. So when you use your scoring tool, you want to make those scoring marks along the rim of what looks like a little tiny bowl or cup. I'm going to go ahead and speed this up now so you don't have to watch me do this again. Once you've applied your scoring marks to both rims of both pinch pots, now it comes time for the second S. This one's called slip. We need slip to join those two pieces of clay together. We cannot stick them together without slip because slip is the glue that holds two pieces of clay together. It looks like this. It's kind of like mud. It's actually dried clay that's been dissolved in water. Use the paintbrush to scoop up a little bit of slip and then kind of pat it onto one side of your two pinch pots. You don't need to use slip on both pieces because it will squish in between when we stick them together. Once you've got slip applied to one of the pinch pots, you're going to now do the third S of clay. You're going to stick them together. All right, here we go. Do your best to line up those sides of the pinch pot and then carefully, without smashing or collapsing the pinch pots, squeeze them together. A really good technique is kind of like packing a snowball. You want to try to do this as carefully as possible because if you squeeze too hard, you might actually collapse the entire structure. So I like to cup my hands, pack it like I'm packing a snowball in the wintertime, applying pressure all the way around until the two pieces of clay stick together. Excellent. Now we're going to do something that seems a little strange, but we're actually going to apply some scoring marks to the rim of that pinch pot. Right there where we join those two pinch pots together, we're going to use the scoring tool to scratch across that joint where the two pinch pots have been combined. Go in one direction. As you can see, I'm going diagonally from left to right. Now I'm going to scratch across going the other direction, down and to the right. This mixes the clay from one pinch pot to the other pinch pot and will make the bond stronger, especially after we do the final S of clay, which is obviously smooth. Take some time and with your thumb, score, slip, stick, and smooth. Obviously, we're on the last one. Smooth. Using your thumb, take clay, or your finger, I guess. Take clay from one side of the two pinch pots and smooth across those scoring marks to make it look like one giant sphere of clay. Keep in mind this is hollow, so we don't want to push too hard when we're smoothing. Otherwise, like I said earlier, we might collapse all this hard work that we've put into it. Congratulations, you just made a sphere out of 2 pinch pots. This sphere can become lots of things. It can become a body for an animal or a creature that you add arms and legs to. The next thing that I want to teach you how to do is, if you're motivated to create something from Among Us called an imposter, which I know some of you out there might want to do, I'm going to teach you how to connect the 2 pinch pots in a different way using the 4 S's, so that you've got kind of an open mouth like the imposter doing the tongue stab from the game Among Us. We're going to follow the same 4 S's. We're just going to attach the 2 pinch pots in a different way. All right, follow the first S, scoring. You want to scratch on the surface outside of the rim. We're not doing it along the flat edge of the rim. I'm kind of doing it a little bit on the side of the pinch pot. You can see where I've applied my scoring marks there. And this second pinch pot, we apply scoring marks a little bit on the inside of the bowl. Not on the flat edge of the rim, but on the inside. Just a little bit of scoring marks. No need to go all the way around. And then the second S of clay, after we do the scoring, we are going to slip, which again is the glue that sticks 2 pieces of clay together. So I'm going to pat in a little bit of slip using my paintbrush onto some of those scoring marks. Again, I only need to apply slip on one part of the clay. When I'm sticking them together, it'll be in between the 2 pieces. And then I'm going to join those 2 pieces of clay together where I scored each one, leaving a little bit of an opening where the tongue stab will come out. You can kind of see how the 2 pinch pots are open. And now we're going to stick them together. So I'm actually going to kind of pinch or squeeze the 2 pinch pots together as carefully as I can. You'll notice how the slip starts to squish out from in between. That's how you know you've got enough slip and that you're squeezing the 2 pinch pots together hard enough to make them stick. That's excellent. And finally, we're going to smooth. Make sure that you do this carefully so we don't collapse or disfigure any of the pinch pots that we've worked so hard on. I'm going to put my thumb inside that open mouth and smooth the back of the mouth so that the slip and scoring marks are cleaned up. And when you work on the back side, smooth across that joint where those 2 pieces of clay have been joined together. If you want to use the same technique that we did for the sphere of clay, you can use your scoring tool to scratch across where the 2 pieces of clay have been joined together. That will mix the clay better, and then use your thumb or finger to mix that clay and make it look good. Nice and smooth, getting rid of the scoring marks. This does 2 things. This makes sure that your pinch pot creature or Among Us imposter looks good, nice and clean craftsmanship, but it also makes the bond of those 2 pieces of clay stronger when you smooth it. Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here. We will learn more about how to attach other details like legs, teeth, that tongue stab coming out of the mouth. We'll do all those in another video. Thanks a lot.